Over 1,100 attendees from 35 countries gathered in Minneapolis for the 2012 SIAM Annual Meeting. The meeting provides a broad view of the state of the art in applied mathematics and computational science, as well as their applications, through invited presentations, prize lectures, mini-symposia, and more.
The best thing is to meet people and talk to them about their work. So it's networking, but also to just see the new results. And there's a lot of new interesting results here. It's good.
Other professional societies, usually you're focused on one area. SIAM Annual Meeting actually brings different disciplines in one conference. And so I think that's one unique thing about SIAM Annual Meeting.
The week-long event offered hundreds of sessions, workshops, and presentations covering themes including image processing, material science, cryptography, and climate modeling, where professionals and researchers from a wide variety of disciplines shared ideas.
In a way, it's exactly these kind of events that have led to the sort of insights that we've been applying in the real ocean. So we're interested in a very, very applied physical problem. But what we've been able to do is, through events like this, gain new ideas in terms of the sort of applications of mathematics that we can use to study real-world problems. And I think it's great from that perspective.
Along with showcasing the scope of applied mathematics, the meeting was able to highlight the diversity of the applied mathematical community.
We've got different types of individuals giving talks, anywhere from graduate students to postdocs, to junior faculty and to senior faculty. So we want to get a flavor of all types of disciplines, and folks from industry also, so that we all get a feel for what kind of work is done in industry and in academia, and and mentor students and junior faculty along the way.
The meeting was also a chance for hundreds of graduate and undergraduate students, many from SIAM student chapters, to attend sessions on finding jobs and research opportunities, present their work, and most importantly, interact with both peers and professionals.
The most important thing about SIAM is that we get a chance to network with especially the senior professors and senior professionals in our field, because this really helps us build an idea about what our career should be headed towards, and helps us build these relationships with people that could last a long time.
New to this year's program was an informal session that offered students some quality discussion time with a number of the conference's invited speakers.
At times there were plenary speakers asking each other questions, at times there were plenary speakers asking students questions. Most of the time there were students asking the plenary speakers questions, and they ranged from what courses should I be taking if I'm interested in studying this as a graduate student, to what advice do you have for me in terms of making a choice between going into industry and academia, how much applications should I learn if I'm going to do applications to geophysical fluids, should I be taking a lot of physics and geophysical fluid classes, that kind of stuff. So it was a lot of fun, actually.
This conference itself, I've gained a lot of knowledge. I don't even know if I can retain everything, but it's awesome.
I think most people who are working in visual effects, the reason they're there is because it's beautiful and artistic and fun and creative. And you can produce images that only existed in your imagination. You can create worlds on film that could not exist in reality.
So it's looking at the evolution of visual effects, getting into kind of a physics-based world. The artist, instead of having to do everything for themselves in a sense, can just treat what the simulator is giving them as a virtual world that's going to behave just the way the real world does. And so they can start using their physical intuition and set things up the way they would in a practical effects in the real world, but just do it virtually, and it'll just behave the way they expect.
Creating reality, the mathematics behind visual effects, was the topic of this year's IE Block Community Lecture. The lecture, which is free and open to the public, is intended to encourage public appreciation for the excitement and vitality of math.
I think it's inevitable that almost any area of human knowledge eventually mathematicians enter, and mathematics becomes an integral part of it. I think this is a wonderful area for mathematicians to get involved with, because the problems are rich and different and kind of exciting.
By bringing together representatives from academia, industry, and government, this year's annual meeting was successful in continuing to promote SIAM's mission to build cooperation between mathematics and the worlds of science and technology.
You got to meet people from all around the world, and you got to meet young people as well as senior people. And these people you meet for your whole life. You come to the annual SIAM conference, you see people you have known for 40 years, and you meet new people who are just coming into the field. So it was a great platform.